All right, so I want to answer a question John Israel posed. Here's what he said. He said, I want to have a breakthrough in walking. Wow. Although, let's be appreciative of our ability to walk. I want to have a breakthrough in waking up on time. When my alarm goes off, what tips do you have that have you wake up with energy in the morning? Thank you. And so I figured I'd share with a whole lot of people through video, and also through, be able to anyway respond to John's request here. And so, number one, I want to acknowledge John for looking for areas of his life that he wants to have a breakthrough in, and then reaching out and seeking information. It's like the collective consciousness that Deepak Chopra talks about. We're all united. And the other cool thing is, could you imagine the 7 billion people on this planet? If the context became think tank, we'd solve all of our problems. We'd create an amazing world together. Separate plug there. But all right, so what I was thinking about, how do I wake up? So there's definitely days where I wake up and I'm like snooze, snooze, snooze button, and then there's days I wake up where I jump out of bed. I was thinking about, okay, well, what's different in those two scenarios? So anytime I want to learn something, I usually go back to where I perform at a high level at something, and I say, okay, what was in place? What was the context? What was created? So I think about the morning of a flight. Very easy for me to jump out of bed and like get to the airport. I'm just excited, right? I even wore my Budapest shirt. That's where the company trip is next year. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, well, before I go on a trip, it's very easy for me to get out of bed. And I'm thinking about, but what about the times when it's not easy for me to get out of bed? So really, what I've been trained is the idea, what decision have we made about the next day? What opinion do we have about the next day? And if we could get to that, which is why I'm so glad that Romans says, what do you believe is preventing you? And that really ties into what decision have we made about the next day. Just consider that whatever that decision is, that'll determine the energy and the excitement we have to embark on that day, take on that day, enjoy that day. So we need to do some work and really say, okay, what decision have I made about this next day? And what I know is the days that I'm like, getting out of bed, I probably made the decision the day's going to be long, the day's going to be hard. I'm not prepared for the day. It's uncertain to me. I think about like the morning of a test, not the easiest thing to jump out of bed and get excited about. Or if we do, it's because it's more of a nervous energy than it is an excitement. I can't wait to go to the airport. Or I think of a kid, for Christmas, very easy for them to get out of bed. All right. I think of like recently. My niece and I went for a run early morning, and I was really excited to get out of bed because, there's so much value added in me impacting her, and going for a run together was really cool. It was good, like, uncle, niece bonding, so that made a difference for me, or rather, it meant a lot to me, so it was easy for me to get out of bed. And so really, let's take responsibility. So anytime we feel like we're at the effect of the day, or we're losing control or influence over our energy when we wake up in the morning, it probably means we're at the effect of the day, which means we haven't stepped back and said, what does this day mean for me? What can I create this day? I recommend you do it the night before. I start to do that the day before, the night before I even go to bed. I take a look at the next day, calendar management. I just think about it, and I say, okay, what am I excited about tomorrow? Because each day is 24 hours long. We're either going to be causing the matter of being exciting, or we're going to survive the day. So we either thrive the day, we live a day full of fulfillment, or we survive the day, get by, make it through, the day. That's another common decision people make in the morning. Let me get through this. It's one of those itises. I've decided, I've made up my mind, I just got to get through it, which implies that we're resisting it and there's something wrong with it. But look at what it is. It's a day that hasn't even begun yet, and so it's up to us to determine what it's like for us. So keeping things simple, just take a look at the next day and say, okay, what can I get excited about? How can I make it so that it's like if the same feeling I get when I go to the airport, I get up early, or the morning of when I get up early for some sort of celebration, or I think about before I go out and have fun and party and have a good time, I just envision how exciting it'd be. And this is really mood management. It's like, the energy we have right now is given to us by the opinion and the vision of the near future, or the long-term future. There's been times in my life where I'm just like indifferent. It's not even like I don't want to get out of bed. It's almost like I just don't even want to face whatever. It's like I'm just indifferent to stuff. And that means that I didn't really have an excited opinion about how the rest of my life was going to go. Now I'm at like a high in my life. I'm so excited. I look forward to things more often than not because of the opinion I have about the future. I'm on track. I've made up my mind. I'm on pace. The future looks great. I have a crystallized view of what it's like. I have an anything's possible mentality. That's another cool thing, to be able to get out of bed easy. It's just that, you know what? There's so much time ahead of us. So summing this all up, let's shift the context about what the day has for us. Instead of surviving it, let's go ahead and take advantage of it, love it, enjoy it. We hear these cliches all the time that it's a gift, you know, to us. So, you know, the mood that we're given right now is by the decision we make. So we're really at the source of it, and we're talking about future time anyway. So shift the context, pay attention to the decision, have it be something more powerful when it comes to that day. And then, yeah, technically speaking, have a system in place. Like they're talking about alarm clocks and stuff. The answer is yeah, just get some system in place. It doesn't have to just be thinking. It could also be just a system for waking up. And maybe as easy as putting the alarm clock far away from the bed so we can't even hit the snooze button. So we're forced to physically get out of bed in order to do that. Or maybe it is that we press snooze twice, but we just accept that and not beat ourselves up about that or make that wrong, and we still are able to be on time and kickstart our day and all of that. And so come up with a system. That's fine, but then also have the proper mood management, which is a change of thought process connected to how the day's actually going to go. And just that last point, or that one point, which is let's just do this the night before. And so that way, you know, we look forward to the day. We can't wait to embrace the day and take part in the day. Not, oh, let me spend. Because I've also, like, I know, I'm so excited. I love this. Good topic, John. If I ever have trouble sleeping, it's because I'm choosing not to go to sleep, because when I do, it's like, crap, that means I have to admit the next day is begun. I have to face it. And so that's why I always stay up late. So I always, but I stay up late quite often. If I'm not, that's a telltale sign or a red flag or a check engine light that I'm avoiding the next day. And by my way of avoiding is not going to sleep. Anyway, great topic. Keep reaching out. I'll post this right now, and let's have fun today. All right, jump out of bed, man. Let's get going. There's a lot of life ahead of us. We can make a difference for a lot of people and have some fun, darn it. That's the other thing, too. I just have fun. Everything's fun for me nowadays. Because consider the freaking alternative. Being bored, get the hell out of here. So, you know, and to me, nothing's significant anymore. There's so much other crap going on in the world that I just put things into perspective. I'm like, you know what? Every day for me is like a freaking celebration. Even when other people perceive it as like, oh, that sucks, this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, hell freaking no, man. I like to have fun, and people around me enjoy that as well. Peace.